Alright. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear something. Alright. How's it going, chat? So, I guess you all know... Hang on. My mic sounds a little bit fucked. Turn off the fan, see if that fixes it. Alright, so... Just leaving work, I can't chat and drive, fuck. You can, look. You drive, it's not like this is going to be a 10 minute and done thing. You drive home and we'll talk about the book. Are we listening? We'll get back to chatting when I get home in 30-ish. Your drive home is a 30-minute drive? Good God. Alright, well. So, I keep getting censored. We'll quit saying things that YouTube doesn't like. Hopefully, Therion, don't text and drive. Don't die on my watch. But we are doing our first ever book club. Yay. The book that we read was voted by you all. I want you to know that. I want you to remember that. You all voted for this. It was between this and The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Yay! I'm not gonna get too loud. I want this to be a pretty chill. I want our book clubs to be a nice, chill, sort of hangout type deal, okay? Where we could calmly just talk about something that we read as a server, talk about what we thought about it, talk about, what happened, Question. Now I have a question. Voted win? I didn't vote for shit. I at everyone. There's a vote. I at everyone for it. It's like 2 weeks ago. Shut up, rich man. Damn. Can't believe it. There are 9 votes. 4 for The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. 5 for Reborn is a Space Mercenary. I can't fucking... you all voted for this, so if any of you have any complaints, that's on you. Now, of course, there were 2... You could have read this either by, torrenting the book. I did post a torrent on my server. I listened to it through audiobook. Now, I feel like audiobook will impact the way that you enjoy a book if the narrator is good or not. I think the narrator in the audiobook was good enough. I mean, he kind of had a really good finger on the pulse of what a, uppity asshole, mercenary sounds like. But at the same time, he also really sucked at doing everyone else's voice. So, it's yeah, he did the main character, really well. Everyone else, though, eh. But that could, to be fair, that could also come down to the writing. A male doing a female voice? Yes. Howdy, Rez. So, all in all, we'll get into the review here in a minute. First, let's talk about the book club itself. Now, there's not going to be a set thing for how long the book clubs last. It really depends on what books we're reading. I'm not going to tell you all to get all of War and Peace done in 2 weeks. Alright? So, also, I don't think we're going to be reading War and Peace for the book club. Unless you all really want to read one of the longest fucking story in human history. The longest actual work in human history. Then maybe. Also, I have a Heineken. That's good. I read this in like 2 days, and that was just taking my time. Yeah, this is a very easy read. Something to get us started. I really wanted to start off with sci-fi. I really like sci-fi. We're going to be doing A Christmas Carol for December, but I'm wondering what we should do next. What kind of book, what genre do you guys want to do next? Do we stay with sci-fi, or do we move to something else? Move slightly over. I have a few suggestions that we could do for the book club. I'll leave it up to you guys. Alright? Me, I'm fine with sticking around in sci-fi. It's just hopefully we can find something a bit better than this. Female-oriented monster fucking light erotica? You say light. I don't think it's actually light erotica. Spaz, I knew you'd say something retarded. Military or stick with sci-fi? If I have to read a novel 2 right after, I'm gonna kill my... Yeah, I understand that. I don't think we're gonna be sticking with this series, to be honest. We'll get into that whenever we get into, like, actually talking about the book. For now, let's just talk about the book club itself. Do you guys... I just threw together this art, you know, quote-unquote art, this edit that you see on the screen. I threw that together in, like, 5 minutes because I forgot to pay an artist. You know who... I forgot to pay any of the artists I know, Pink, Demo, and so on. I forgot to pay someone to make actual art for the book club, even though I meant to. I was supposed to pay them like 2 weeks ago whenever I actually announced the book club, and I just forgot. So, whoopsie. So we're going to be getting some art for the book club here. Well, I'll talk to my artist after we get done here. Now, as for the book club, should I make some... This may be going a bit far, but should I make some PDF, like, pages? That way we can have guided book clubs, or should we do it more freeform? What I mean by, like, PDF guided book clubs is, like, there'll be a thing where you write in certain boxes, you know, your thoughts on certain aspects of the story. Like, what about the setting, the characters, the character writing, the character interactions? Does, you know, the plot, you know, break down the plot into 5 parts, the stakes, the logic, the flow of it and all that, where you just have these little boxes where you write what you feel about all different aspects of the story, right? Or, from what Steelman's saying, you need to tell Valley she needs to clean her library of the trash that made it there. The age of consent is 15. I don't think that's true. Speaking of Valley's library, she doesn't actually own a library. She doesn't own a bookshelf. She owns a fucking Kindle. She doesn't keep any physical books aside from, like, a small little book chest. And that's, like, books that are older than me. No, in the book. Dumbass. Steelman has entered the ANCAP arc. The age of consent is 5'7". So you like the idea of a guided... Do you want to do a guided book club or a freeform where we just kind of vomit our ideas out? You know, it could be a bit more fun, a bit more funny whenever we're just... And another thing, you know, we're just talking nonstop and we finally come to the end. It's like, and another thing, and then it keeps going on that. That could be funny. But it also could just be going like, I guess it was, But then again, it kind of feel like if I'm sending you guys with a guided book club PDF, it could feel like I'm sending you guys homework to do. And really, this is supposed to be funny. So it'd be like a community PDF or what? No. It would be like just an editable format, like a page that you take and you'll edit yourself in like Google Doc or Google Word or whatever. Fucking Word or whatever. Say Google Word, Microsoft Word. What the fuck did I put in this Heineken? But you do it yourself, and then I'll have mine, of course, and then we'll just I'll bring up a topic. You all will say what you thought about that topic, and it'll be a lot more organized, right? I think that could get a bit boring, though, to be honest. Like, we're just going down the list of things that happen, It's like we're critiquing the book rather than just talking about it, which this is partially critique, but really this is just us talking about it. You should make a quiz at the end to see who actually read the book. No, because again, like I said, I don't want this to be homework. I want this to be just a fun thing where maybe I can get you guys to read a book you never read before. Maybe you heard about a book before, you never read it. Maybe we find an unknown author that's, really good. That, we're like, hey, this is a very small author, and we'll find the book like a torrent or like a copy or something on it. But then we can actually support that author. That smaller author that maybe has just a couple dozen sales, and we can bring them up, talk about them, right? And I will say, if there is a small author that we really like, Vulgar Spirit Daydream, no, we're not doing a book club on that one. Not gonna lie, I understand why you hate chat after seeing chat vote for this. I don't hate you guys. I just think that, we should really, definitely, look, whenever they stop removing the special ed students from the classrooms and putting them in their own class, and it's like, they can stay with all the rest of the kids. I feel like I feel like the quality of the intellect of the average person has just gone down sharply. Unknown author, aka Lawrence, sending his previous. No, shut up! Shut up! Well, I think we're gonna give it a few more minutes to just talk about the book club. Background music. Do you guys like the Katawa Shoujo? It feels like some people hate me, but not you, Lawrence. I don't think I hate really anyone here. From my perspective, you're the special ed student. Motherfucker, you... Spaz. You literally... Weren't you drinking fucking horse electrolytes? And you want to call me special ed? You have a fridge full of nothing but apples. Dude, you are farther on the spectrum than I am, by far. Ah! Oh. Gotta get the demons out, chat. Oh. Oh, he called you the Tard Wrangler? Yeah. Horse what? Horse electrolytes. Like Powerade for equines. Imagine calling someone special when you following the steps of Joe Rogan. Who? I don't think I've ever seen a single episode of the Joe Rogan podcast at all. The only podcasts that I've ever listened to are fucking Creepcasts, a little bit of the Red Thread, and that's about it. I used to listen to this fucking, this like really small anime podcast where it'd be a guy watching, this guy that knows about Bleach, watching it all the way through for the first time with a dude that has never seen Bleach before, ever. And they only did like 4 episodes of that, but it was really good. And I wanted to do that with Demo, but I forgot to keep watching Bleach with him. Eventually, I just forgot to watch it. But for the music, should we try and... Do you think we should just stay with the Katawa Shoujo music, or should I look and find some music off DL site to get. That way it's not the same shit every time, you know? Lawrence, we need to make a podcast to talk about Monkey. I was thinking about, doing a Monogatari, like a thing where we talk about Monogatari, but Demo, would you be down to really watch all of Monogatari all over again? I do know, come December, whenever it gets really cold out, I'm going to find a day where a night where I have off, the next day off, and I'm going to get a select few people in a VC, and we are going to watch all 3 of the Kizu Monogatari movies back to back, and we're going to record that and make that a video. The Lollycast. So do you mean the Lollycast or the Lollycost? I just see fucking Shinobu and Hachikuji on a train in the Lollycost. You know, every time you see Hachikuji, no one prompts you to go, whoa, you do it yourself. I think you're projecting, Demo. Do a Watch Mojo style read of famous banned books and then compare it to sick perverted shit that Stephen King usually writes. True. Nah, but Ogi my main bitch, for real, for real. You know, for a while I thought it was Hanekawa. Wasn't it? Before you got to the Ogi part, wasn't it Hanekawa? Alright. Imagine The Shining compared to the Turner Diaries. Number 1. The Shining. The Shining is way worse of a piece of shit. The Turner Diaries is hardly even a story, but The Shining just fucking sucks. I think it's Shinjigahara or Monkey. You actually... Yeah, I forgot. You actually like Shinjigahara. I dislike Hitagi. I dislike Shinjigahara so fucking much that I genuinely forget sometimes that people actually like her. Look, Shinjigahara isn't a bad character. She's just the worst out of a bunch of great characters. And I had a dude that I talked to saying that Kambaru was the worst character because all he saw was the Suriga Monkey arc. He did not see Hana Monogatari. And then he got to Hana Monogatari, and he said it was trash. And so, I just think he was, moderately brain dead. I don't think he really understood what good writing was. Also, that blonde bitch has some big old titty. Yeah, it is Valley. She is, Valley's a good girl. Alright, let's start with the actual book club. Now, chat, how many of y'all have actually read this book? Give me a 1 in chat. Instead of just saying me, I read it, just give me a 1 in chat if you actually read it. Wait, he went through Hanamono and still disliking Monkey? I have no idea. That was back, whenever I was, fucking 16 in the JREG Discord. That was a while ago. 16 or 17 I was back then. I was reading Fate Stay Night. If you didn't read it, just fucking... Okay, so we got 2 people that read it. Is Dr. Love in the server, by the way? He is. Which, Dr. Love should be here. Only me? F all of you. Now, Dr. Love read it, and he was itching to talk about it. Therion read it. I know Therion read it, but he's driving. Yes, did you read it, Rez? No, you didn't, you fuck. Now, I usually read either actual European literature or fanfictions, Duality of Man and all that. Yes, I'm in it. Oh, yeah, Brother Stillman, you're Dr. Love? Oh, fuck. Alright, so, Dr. Love, you said you had a few things to say about this book. Do you want to type it out in chat, or would you rather talk about it in VC? Because we can hop in the evil ass rape building and I love the name of that VC. We could talk about it in VC and have you just, you know, say your thoughts rather than having to fucking type it all down, right? But yeah, I can join VC. I'm at work, so I'll be on my phone. Never mind then. Fuck. God damn it. That sneeze fucked everything up. Now, I'll start off with my thoughts on it. Okay. This light novel has a lot of what I call two-word writing. Now, those two words can mean a lot. But what I have is self-insert. It's gonna open up 40-pound box of rape in there. It's self-insert is what it is. Now, if you haven't read this, you might think, oh, it's an isekai, you know, it's an isekai light novel. Of course it has a lot of self-insert. You have no idea. So, to start off, it's never explained, oh, he gets sucked into the game because he's like in a VR headset or anything. No, he just wakes up in the spaceship, right? I think, unless I'm forgetting something, I'm pretty sure he just wakes up in the spaceship. Oh yeah, it really shows. Yeah. He just wakes up, and to be fair, it's pretty cool to have like a really overpowered spaceship, but be completely out of your depth. It'd be cool if he's like struggling to adapt to his new life. However, he does not struggle to adapt to his new life. Everything just works for him. What I mean by that is there are multiple points in the story where he has to pay up some big money. Was it like 500,000? It's like 500,000 and 2 million enter. 500,000 for Mimi and 2 million for I forgot the elf's name, to be honest. I forgot the elf's name. Was it Tila? Elma, fuck. Tila, Elma, God. You know what? That's how good the story is. I forgot the name of one of the fucking main characters. It was 3 million for Elma, so he has to fork over some pretty heavy clams. However, apparently, from just working for less than a day, that motherfucker can make that back with pocket change. And not just a tiny amount of pocket change, I mean he fucking quadruples his fucking net worth after paying off 3 million fucking inner, which is their currency. $3 million pretty much. He's able to pay that off and then immediately go back to having $10 million immediately, within a day. So the question is, so money isn't a problem, so what's the fucking point? Must debrief Wham and I we chatting of a storm. Yeah, it's so money isn't a thing. Usually whenever you have a thing where he goes to a different world, you always have a thing where money is a problem until it's not. However, money is never really a problem in this series. Like, jihad is the point. There are multiple times where he says, oh, we shouldn't buy this, we need to save it for that. It's like, why? You can make $1 million from destroying one ship. And it's not like, oh, it's so risky though. Motherfucker, he has the strongest ship in the galaxy. He can annihilate an entire fucking battleship easily, by himself. He has the strongest ship in the galaxy. No one can stand up against him. So the stakes the stakes in the isekai story are usually pretty low. These ones are fucking down. The stakes are through the fucking floor. The stakes are beyond the basement. They're reaching fucking bedrock. Fucking Satan is playing skip rope with the stakes right now. Stakes. Now, that's one thing I want to mention. It doesn't really have a good concept of finances because I don't think the person that wrote this is actually all that old. I could be wrong, but I think the guy that wrote this is probably 15 or 16, maybe. If I had to guess his mental age from the writing. This is the other two words. Again, this is a 2-word story. The other 2 words. Wish fulfillment. Look, I get that every story to some degree is a wish fulfillment, right? Whenever you're reading Berserk, you want to be Guts, the badass warrior that can cleave through demons and have everyone looking at him in awe and horror and everything. But this goes a bit too far. There's wish fulfillment, and then there's being the guy on the playground that's like, but I have a shield that can block all lasers, and also you're dead, because I have an instant death ray in my eyes that can go through anything, even to the end of the universe. At that point, alright, you're not really writing a story. You're writing, I don't want to call it, okay, whenever I say it's not sexual fetish material, it is self-pleasing fetish material. It is something that you write just to be like, ooh, oh yeah, I wish my life was just, oh man, I just want to fucking kill people. Oh, I want to be the badass that rescues the damsel and then pretty much forces her through extortion to have sex with me. But it's okay because she actually really likes it and I'm actually really good at sex. And we'll get to that. Self-indulgent? Yes. You aren't going to leave the schoolyard with the logic, yeah. Hey Lawrence, how is your book club going? We're talking about the book right now. We have some pretty rough critiques for this. Even for an isekai story, it's pretty rough. Now, what it does do right is the world building is actually pretty interesting. There's a lot that goes in it. I think, again, the stakes are not there enough. If it made it a bit more dire, rather than just kind of video gamey, right, it'd be a whole lot better. However, it would be interesting to have this world where obviously he takes into account a lot of the mechanical stuff that goes into the ship, such as whenever they're fighting the pirates, whenever they're fighting the invading, the invading empire, I think? Yeah, because he was helping the Republic against the Empire, whatever. Was it the Empire or the Republic? Whatever. Whenever he's fighting the invading forces, and he has to take out the battleship, right? Him going out of fucking light speed and having to immediately activate the cooling on his engines in order for them to not pick him up on heat signatures. That's really good. If he went into more about hey, whenever you're in ship combat, there's more to it than just fly around, shoot. If you went into more of that, that's really good. However, it might have been the Republic against the Empire. It might have been the Empire against the Republic. I don't remember. It was It was the guy that he was pretty much impressed into joining their military against the people that he accidentally led to attacking them. Like destroying some scouts from the other nation. Like, it really, a lot of this was kind of like white noise to a point. I can tell you the general idea of what happened, but I can't really remember it, because it was just white noise to a point. I think a lot of that came whenever he picked up Elma. Now, let's go into the other critique. Women. Enemies are so incompetent. Yeah, it's like, you'd think they would... You'd think it'd be a thing where the newcomer has like the best ship, but he needs to like learn that, you know, this isn't a video game, there are real tactics involved. It doesn't matter. No one else. Women debriefed. Holy fuck, I did not like this book. So, Mimi is not a fucking character. Okay, no one is a character. No one is a character. The only one that's a character is Elma, and that's because she's a bitch. That's the only character trait she has. It's the only character trait in the entire fucking series. The MC when he pays a debt. Yeah, I was gonna post it in the fucking Discord. There we go. There's fucking Hero. But oh yeah. By the way, yeah, hang on. The main character's name being Hero. Good fucking God. Oh, fuck. Dude, I picked up this goddamn... I was listening to the audiobook. I was at work, and I heard it's like, oh, I'll just go with the name Hero. Dude, I had to fucking stop myself from grinding my teeth so hard they turned into powder. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I named my isekai protagonist after fucking Odysseus, so it's okay. I have no room to talk. I named my fucking isekai protagonist after Odysseus. Remember how I said this is going to be a chill book club? Mimi is a good wife, seen and not heard. So true. Elma doesn't... Okay. We'll talk about Elma. First, let's talk about Hero. This motherfucker could be... If he was just a bit more of a cunt, he would be a good character. Where if he came into this world and said thinking, man, fuck it, I could do whatever. If I got the strongest ship and the best gun in the galaxy, I might as well just, you know, hell, I'll do whatever I want. Shit, no one can, not like he's an asshole. It's like, oh, I'm just going to, you know, hurt people. But it's like, if he wants more things, then... Yeah, get this. For everyone that has not read this book, his life's motivation, the thing he wants more than anything in the universe, is carbonated soda. Yeah. The entire quest that he goes on is to get carbonated soda, because you can't get carbonated drinks in space, because obviously. So, whenever I say the stakes are... Satan is playing skip rope with the stakes, they've somehow gotten lower. Yeah. If Hero was just a, like, unrelenting dick, but no, he's the good guy. He's the good guy. He saves the girl. And, it's always this thing. The thing that I hate. He fucking rescues Mimi from getting raped. He buys her, he buys her from having to be in, like, the third tier, the third district, or whatever it's called. Basically, for sure getting raped. Right? And then he takes her back, and Mimi's thinking, oh, well, I need to have sex with him. That's why he bought me. And he's like, no, I didn't do that at all. But if you want to, it reeks, unironically, it reeks of a kind of male feminist type deal where he's like, no, I'm a good guy, I protect women, get your hands off the lady, punk. And then he's like, no, look, you don't have to have sex with me, however, I did just buy your freedom, I did just save you from getting raped, I'm feeding you, so if you want to come over here and suck my dick, you kind of gotta, pay the piper what he's owed. You get to that and you're like, but at the same time he's like, but I definitely don't want this. You don't gotta do if you don't have to, but don't push yourself to do anything that you don't want to. I just don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Are you seeing the problem here? Are you seeing the problem here? Good guy. If we went to the colony and said, if you don't let me go, I'll blow you up, and that would be interesting, but no. The way he gets to bag Elma is so retarded too, like Elma must be brain dead or something. That's the other thing, is like, he buys Elma's freedom, and his goal is, I'm gonna have her work for me. Fucking Mimi is Mimi is literally grooming Elma, and preparing her to fuck Hero as well. And then, oh my god. Holy shit. Elma goes in and is, okay, Elma is also going to get raped, by the way. He saved Elma from getting raped as well. OMG, I lost at the Elma scene. I quote, I would feel disrespectful if I decline. What are you talking about? Sure, you have more respect for... Yeah, no, straight up. It's like, if I decline her, she'd feel disrespected. She was... Why the fuck is my mic not... God, you know what? So I think screaming peaked my mic again, so that's good. She was going to get raped. Like Mimi was, but Elma was also going to get raped. So he saved 2 girls from getting raped, brought them on his ship, and then essentially gaslit them into thinking that they wanted to have sex with him. That it wasn't... It's not my idea to fuck, it's your idea. You want this. I'm ambivalent to it. I could take it or leave it. However, you want this. Yeah, it's literally the implication. That's literally what it is. It's literally the implication. Like, look, we're on the ship, it's like we go down to the bed, and they're not gonna say no. So you're gonna rape them? No, they're not gonna say no because of the implication. What implication? What doesn't Hero get raped? Look, that could be coming up. We don't know. Chat, should we read volume 2 to see if he gets raped as well? I totally didn't just go through this exact situation fucking yesterday and was totally surprised by the implication you should fuck. What? The same thing that happened with Mimi's happening again. What? Oh, man. How did you get the idea? What? Oh. What? I just don't... What? Dude could have legit said no or kicked them out of the room, which is funny. The book makes people who pay for it disgusting, but Hero legit does the same thing. But Hero's the good guy. He saves the girl. He would never hurt a woman. However, he would emotionally manipulate them and force them to give it up due to the implication, right? Her doesn't get raped, just gets his jizz stolen by the corpse in the next volume. Okay, maybe I have to read it. That'd be funny. I'm predicting the dumbest story ever. I already know that Serana, fucking Lieutenant Serana, was also going to be one of his fucking groupies. So, I already knew that was going to happen. I love women. That's literally Hero. I love women. That's literally him. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. He doesn't rape girls, he just... The description of rape. Yeah. Post it in... You know how fucking... Oh, my God. It is such a pain in the ass. It's such a pain in the ass to throw an image up on stream because, like, fucking OBS is so... It is such a shitty file selection thing. Oh, demo, why? Demo, why? Demo, why? Oh, demo. Oh, you know what I hate? You know what I just love, actually? You know what I just love? That's the meme. But I open up my videos for editing folder because that's what I store my shit in for like stream and edit and shit. And I see this. Demo Y. Demo. Demo Y. I didn't want people to read it. I was just in the process of listening to it. And I literally vote because I want to do sci-fi, right? I left it up to a vote. You could have done this or like one of the best top 5 of all time, overall best sci-fi books of all time. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, and you all chose this, so this is why some people shouldn't vote. Also, Elma crashed a ship into the police and people got injured, but the story makes the guy who wanted Elma to pay a bad guy because Elma is cute elf. Bro, she crashed a ship. Not just crashed a ship, she crashed a ship and almost sabotaged a pirate raid. If the crashing of the ship distracted the police and the pirates were able to use that to their advantage and kill more police, that is a massive fuck up. By the way, Elma is supposed to be a 5-year vet, but Hero is way better than her. Well, that's... I mean, come on. I voted Heinlein. You know what? I'm starting to think... I'm pretty sure I didn't vote for this. You know what? I'm starting to think... I love whenever the Nazis are moved from power and everyone's like, I never voted for them. I didn't vote for them. I didn't vote. I wasn't at the polls that day. I didn't vote. I did not vote for the Nazis. Oh, fuck. I will say, though, it is like... Give them weak tops. I would like to say, I do think that a lot of the people that voted for this shit did not even bother to even think about reading it. Oh, yeah. Like, friendly casualties are never brought up. In terms of casualties, all they do is make it a kill list like you destroyed 4 destroyers, 2 cruisers, 1 battleship, and 1 frigate. And it's like, that's all it is. There's no numbers other than a kill tally. That's what it is. It's like, it is so hilarious. It is so hilarious how they really make him out to be a psychopath, to where people are screaming, "Oh God, please, no help!" And then he's like, "Toughen personnel, kid," and then fucking murders them, right? And all these people is just a fucking tally to be like, "Oh, there's another ship." Instead of thinking, "Wow, he just killed 4 people," he's like, "There's another ship." If they actually ran with that and made him out to be a massive psychopath that also extorts women to be like, "Look, I would never hurt you. However, I did just buy your freedom and keep you from getting raped, so you might have to, do a squat on it, spit on it, make it stink," right? He just says that. If they leaned into that and made him a actual scumbag, like piece of shit mercenary, that would have been a good story. Yeah. That's what I said, is like, he has no concept of finances. We talked about the finances earlier, but it's like, oh man, geez, this is a lot of money, dude. I don't know if I can afford $3 million. The very next day, he makes $10 million. So what's the fucking point? He can't have sex with them once he actually saves them. Yeah, he has to rescue slaves and just can't blow up the ship. You know for a fact there would be at least 1 or 2 slaves that are like, but he saved us, so we gotta make it up to him. He saved us from getting raped, so we gotta make it up to him. It's like, oh, there's a certain point where like, this is not how humans, this is not a human interaction, right? There's never a moral quandary. Morals are out the fucking window. The only morals that apply in that fucking volume are, if they support Hero, they're good. If they even slightly hinder Hero, they're bad. And anything Hero does is good because he's just a good guy. He's just a good guy. So, let's finally talk about Mimi. She is not a fucking character. She is, I don't even want to say a sex doll. She's almost like a I did good things so you can't judge me shield. It's like Hero holds her up to be like, I'm such a good person. Oh yeah, take it, fucking slut. Over and over and over again, it happens a lot. I think it happens 4 times in that one volume. 4 times where he's like, but I saved Mimi, and all she does is just suck his dick, quite literally and metaphorically. That's all she does. She's just there. She's literally got a constant vacuum on his fucking shaft, like literally, metaphorically, non-stop. There's nothing else that she does. They legit call him their princess and their knight in shining armor. Yeah. Yeah, no. Her dream. Yeah, her fucking dream. Didn't she get wet during combat? I have no idea. You know, I think so. Yeah, I think okay, she was terrified and mortified by their ships being ripped apart by the crystal life forms, and then she got horny. She wanted to fuck him in the middle of a mission. That is, okay, again, these are not human interactions. She pissed herself. Did she? There should be a film genre of Lawrence just bitching about shit he hates because this is peak. Oh yeah, she pissed herself from the combat as you do, and Hero fucking sniffed the sea. I do not remember that. I do not remember that. In the pirate raid, I don't remember that. I think, did I mentally block that out? I don't. I think I mentally shut that out. Oh, fuck. Okay. So the joke about him being a massive rapist is getting funnier and funnier. Oh. I can't stop thinking about that. I blocked that out of my mind. He states, it doesn't smell like pee. That's why I thought she was wet and not piss. Oh my god. Okay, I had to mentally block that. Or maybe I was just so busy with the work I wasn't focusing. That did happen a couple times where this story, this never happens while I'm at work. I never have a book just turn to white noise while I work. and I'm focusing more on work than the book, because I use books and shit at work to disassociate, right? I'm not there, being forced to constantly stock the same shit, like the apples and the onions with the potatoes, like nonstop. I'm not just there. I'm somewhere else, right? But this book just turned into noise at some point, at multiple points. Lord have mercy. A defenseless woman? Well, he's not even part of the resistance. There's no resistance or anything. It's just two nations fighting each other. And he only joins the nation fighting the other one because he was impressed. That, that could have been a interesting plot point where he's like, man, I need to find a way to get out of the service for the military. Except he just does that one thing and they're like, okay, you're free to leave now. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, God. Do we even talk about Elma? The Elma debt scene made him unredeemable. Yeah, Dr. Love writes, this is from Dr. Love. Anyway, I liked the book when it talked about the sci-fi world itself. That was fine, and at one point it was actually got me hooked. But then the dumbass would have say he is the bestest thing ever. Like you said, he doesn't struggle with anything in the book. He wins all battles and gets loads of money, and all his gear is the bestest ever. If I remember correctly, he does one battle and gets like 500,000 inner right after. Then a next battle after he paid Mimi's debt off and made like 3 times the money back. I think it was 3 million inners. Which is funny, the MC keeps worrying about saving money, but dude has the finances of BlackRock. Oh my fucking god, the babes. Dude basically to sum it up, pays to fuck them. Dude could have legit said no or kicked their chick out of the room, but didn't. Too Long didn't read. The author self-inserted himself in this and makes himself look like a jackass. I could keep going if you want. That is the thing. There's more Onaholes. Yeah. He buys a sex doll because an AI pushed him into buying it. That is another thing, is how he's like, yeah, like every other time there's like a day passes, he's like, yeah, we fucked last night and my pelvis is still so fucking sore. They kept me up all night, but I made sure to satisfy them. Whenever it got to that part, I'm like, oh, I was at work! Okay, let me explain to you. I'm at work, and I'm hearing him like, yeah, we had to clean up the bed because she couldn't help herself. She just made a mess. And I'm like, oh my fucking god. That's why I think it's written by a 16-year-old. This is not a human interaction! This is how a virgin writes sex, dude. Fucking get some pussy before you write about getting pussy, man. Come on. I look, fan service is okay, but oh my fucking god. Hang on. Chill book club, by the way. Yeah, like, okay, the fucking the crystal, which is highly illegal. He says it multiple times, like, oh, if I get caught with this, I'm going to die. Highly illegal, and he uses it in combat, and nobody gives a shit. There's stakes, Okay, I wasn't as pissed about this at all. I really wasn't as pissed. I was more just cringing as I listened to it at work. Now I'm pissed thinking about it. Okay, so he has highly illegal contraband. He uses it in front of the entire fucking military, and no one cares? Oh. It's a fucking plot point where they don't care. Fuck yeah, he got to get rid of the contraband. He summoned he summoned basically like the crystal alien from Ben 10, that equivalent of the fucking flood. Like, what the fuck? Ugh. God, we are not doing volume 2 of this shit, dude. I could not handle it. Like this, okay, whenever I was listening to it at work, it wasn't that bad. I was mildly annoyed. There were some parts where I was just like, oh God, really? But now thinking back on it, I'm getting pissed. As a fucking writer, like, you can't just introduce problem and then have it go away. If he's gonna have the best ship, the best gear, and all that shit, fucking make it psychological or some shit. Have it be where he needs to like bullshit his way through, and it's like a tightrope of him, like it's like a tightrope of him trying to, you know, he's so impressive and so powerful, yet he doesn't want to push it over the line, right? What happened in Volume 1 should be a climactic thing where, oh, he gets impressed into the military against his will. It happens for one battle, and then they just let him go. It's over. The stakes are gone. It meant nothing. Nothing that happens in this book matters. It is wish fulfillment to the nth fucking degree. I was not pissed off about this book, but thinking about it now, I just realized how much of a waste of fucking time it was. If you want to write wish fulfillment, that's fine, but this was such a fucking waste of my time. I could die tomorrow, and I wasted fucking 6 hours listening to this goddamn audiobook. Here's the thing. It could be a thing where he can't, look, he's planning on leaving that area anyways. It could have been a thing where he had to leave that area because now he's a wanted criminal. It could be a thing where it starts off, you know, being wish fulfillment and fun, but now he's coming with the reality that the galaxy does not forgive and it does not forget. Now he's on the run and actually has to fucking realize that, hey, dipshit, your actions have fucking consequences. Bad ones too. If he made money on it, good on him. Like, there's an audience for this, but it definitely is not me. Can only be used if all ships are in sync, but dude just bolts right after. Yeah. So a rule that he implemented, it was broken because plot. I have no idea. But there's an audience for this. It definitely was not for me. So, all in all, I'm going to give the book a solid... I'll give it a solid 4 or 5 out of 10. I got a few laughs. It was the world enough was pretty interesting. Yeah. I laughed a few times. The world was pretty interesting. The guy clearly has a pretty good interest in like sci-fi and like sci-fi technology. However, he needs to iron out his writing skill. There's stuff there. It's not, I wouldn't say it's all a waste of time, right? There's definitely something there. Something that could be really, really good. However, I'm giving it a 4 because there's room to grow. And I think if the dude got his hand off his dick and realized that actions have consequences. I should have missed Star Wars tonight. Go back about 10 or so minutes and you can actually hear me having a breakdown. I think it was, good enough, I guess. I'll just say good enough, I guess. The fact that I saw it all the way through was something, but like I said, it's wish fulfillment white noise. And that's pretty much what almost all of it is. There's the first book club done. Hot alien elf woman? Yeah! You know what? Blaze, you should read this. You should definitely read it. I'll give it 3 4/16 out of 10. Yeah, three women that were fucking extorted into sex out of 10. Oh man, it must have a really gray morality to the book. No, it's black and white. Either if you're with the main character, you're in the white. If you're fucking against him, evil. Worse than the devil himself. I might do. Have fun, bud. So, we are going to look for this is going to be end of our first book club. An hour isn't too bad. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I guess. Let's talk about our second book for the book club. We'll nail it down by tomorrow, and then we'll figure out how long do we have until the next book club tomorrow. Hero is the hero, and no one with him dies because he's hero. True. So, if you all give your ideas for the book club, and we'll hold a vote on everything. Should we stick with sci-fi or change genre? What is Fantastic Land? What's that about? That might be interesting. I might take a look at that. I think hopping around genres would be cool. Sci-fi forbidden and switching to, say, horror. We need to do something that is pretty small. Another 2-week one, because in December, we're going to be doing A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So, that's not up to debate. December 1st, we're starting A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So, put your recommendations for what we should read in... I'm going to make another channel, a new channel in the Discord. That way we can have our book club channel. Succubus and Hitman? No, I haven't. We'll take a look. So, post it in the Discord. I'm going to go because my sinuses are fucking killing me. All that screaming fucked me. Alright? We'll hop in VC here in a bit and we could talk about, the book of some more in VC. I hope you all enjoyed. There's our first book club done. I might, download the stream and do a super cut of all the funniest moments, right? But that's all for now. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for coming.